It was a 2-day event and it was $8,000 net.
$8,000 net profit in 2 days?
Yep. The cost for being wrong is gas money and $150 that you might have paid for that location. A coffee doesn't spoil.
So check out this frickin' guy named Mark. What did Mark do? He went to a festival in the middle of a desert, and a guy rolls up next to him in a $150,000 pizza truck. Now, what was Mark selling? Iced coffee out of a Home Depot tool cart that he gutted in his garage for under $1,000. But here's the kicker. By Sunday, the end of this festival, Mark had cleared $8,000 in pure profit. It's a 2-day festival, which was more than the $150,000 pizza truck right next to him. He calls this a business in a box. Every cup of iced coffee he makes costs less than $3 to make. He sells it for $8 and he pours it in 30 seconds flat. Whereas all the other coffee guys out there are using a $30,000 espresso machine and taking 5 full minutes to pour that same cup of coffee. He doesn't need that espresso machine. When I said under $1,000, I meant everything. All the equipment, materials, cart, everything. He's already set up the same system for divorced moms, military spouses, and immigrants here on visas. You're going to love this episode. Please enjoy.
I can service what they want to, make $5 at a good event. And that's where, my big thing about is location. I'll get to that. But, a small event with 80 people who buy it, you make $400. I mean, that's all you need.
What would a small event be? Would that be like a Tractor Supply parking lot or?
Exactly. A large event is a local, something like in Santa Barbara, we have the Avocado Festival, the Lemon Festival, the German Festival, the Israeli Festival, something that draws 2,000 or 3,000 people locally, 5,000. You can make 800 to a clear. This is net, clear $800 to $1,200. One of the real games to play is the festivals and the fairs. And they charge fees to get in, but there's a lot of latitude because I made friends with a guy a long time ago with my beer trucks when he was just starting out. And he did one little fair, and I became very good friends with him, and I supported him, and I did everything I needed to help him. When he would call me, and, Mark, can I borrow your truck? Oh, Mark, this guy just backed out. Can I do this? Can you do this? Can you get me a trailer? And, now I'm on his good side, and he lets me into these events. And, it's a $2,000 day for selling coffee. And
How many hours?
If I had to pay for the thing, he'd charge me like $300 or $400. So it would still be $1,500.
How many hours is an average day?
4 to 8 hours.
Wow.
People don't drink coffee. After 6 o'clock, people are starting to say, oh, no. And like sometimes I switch over to decaf or to other kinds of drinks. But 10 o'clock till 4 or 5 o'clock, people are grabbing the drinks. And some of the night markets I do decaf. People are very conscious. Oh, I can't drink that. It's going to keep me up.
So depending on the event and the size of the event, you're making between $100 an hour in profit and $200, $300, $400 an hour in profit.
Basically, yeah.
Wow,
So
that's incredible. Have you or one of your people ever had an event that just bombed for whatever reason?
I mean, and that's going to be like one of my closing points. Okay, first of all, the cost for being wrong is gas money and $150 that you might have paid for that location. A coffee doesn't spoil. The ice, you have a freezer for your ice, okay? Your cups, you just put them back in your storage. So the cost of being wrong, I've done Tractor Supplies where I sold $100 in coffee. But again, when I went back and understood the location, the date was wrong, the season was wrong, you have to go back and calibrate. Just like in real estate, it's location, location, and every geographic area will be different. But I mean, the granddaddies are, the fairs and festivals. They're not as often. There may be a line. You may not be the first in line for coffee, but although very few people do iced coffee, so they're willing to bring you in for that. Farmers markets are every week, and sometimes you have to commit to be there. And then farmers market, almost everybody will tell you the first few times at the market, the people don't know you, they don't trust you, whatever it is. But eventually they warm up to you and they make you part of their regular routine.
Now you say location, and I think two different types. One is the event that you're at, and two is this very specific location at the event.
Absolutely.
How much does that location matter?
Okay, I totally agree, and I'm always, and I drive the small event people crazy. The big events I can't do anything about. But I get there early. I
Yeah.
get there
You
early.
jockey. You're like throwing elbows here, right?
Yeah, the metaphysical, the theoretical. I get there early so that I can look and see how they're setting up, see where the traffic is coming in, see where they're bunching up the wrong thing. These shows will have a food area and they will have a merchandise area, and I never know whether you should be the only food in the merchandise area or you should use the food court idea that one food having 10 food will motivate people to buy food who maybe didn't want to buy food. So it's a constant, modifying, my umbrella, do I need a dancing flag? My big surprise is I've had to make bigger and bigger signs because people don't know what I'm selling. It says nitro coffee, it says coffee, it says latte. They will walk past. So maybe I need a giant coffee cup. Maybe I need a giant steaming coffee cup. That's been the funniest part, that I'm a very observant person and I know what everybody's doing. Most people don't know what I'm serving. And my setup is so different. Maybe that's the problem. They have no idea what I'm
What if you had a sign that just said iced coffee?
Yes, because lattes, people didn't know what's nitro. I now go back to just iced coffee. That's it. Now we have teas, and other stuff, but that's where I've gone to with this. I mean, my garage is full of signs printed at, one of the most amazing finds in all of this is those signs that I make in the front of my carts. FedEx offices will print that on a giant piece of PVC that very durable for like $100. So I just make up art on my computer, send it to my local FedEx. 3 days later it shows up. $100 for a sign. I can make mistakes all day long, and until I figure out what the right thing to say on my coffee card is.
Let's say you get to a fair and you've got flexibility on where you post up.
Yeah.
You've got two options. Let's say each of these options get the same amount of traffic exactly. One option is you're just by some booths. There's not really food or beverages over there, but there's just as many people as option B, where you've got a lemonade guy, a smoothie guy, and then you. Would you rather be where there's like products, so people are in that mindset, or would you rather be on an island with not competing with any other beverages?
What I believe, and again, not as scientific as I would like it to be, I believe that I'm better off in the food area. That when the people are in the merchandise area, look at the sweaters, look at the tablecloths, and they're just not thinking food. They get there, and what's interesting, at a lot of these places, they put the food at the beginning, right by the front door. That's where they set up the food. And so I've done it both ways. I thought that there would be an advantage to being the only vendor in the non-food area, but I've been very wrong most of the time on that.
Yeah, I've noticed the same thing. Yeah,
I don't like being with my sense of uniqueness, my vanity, my my hubris, ego wants me to everybody come. Oh, you're so unique. But you know what? In my 60 years of life, you can't deny the auto dealerships that are all lined up. You can't deny the success of food courts.
There's a street near me that has all in a row, side by side, Panda Express, Raising Cane's, Chick-fil-A right next to it, McDonald's. Then you've got like 2 or 3 others that I can't remember, and all of them stay packed. Yep. Right? That's why people go to that street, is for the fast food. I've got a buddy that opened a healthy restaurant in a shopping mall, an indoor mall, because he said there's no other healthy restaurants here. I'm the best option. And he failed because people didn't go there to eat at a healthy restaurant. They wanted crappy Panda Express.
I run into that a lot. And, and again, this whole, malls and food courts is something from the 70s and 80s. And marketers were just shocked that the best play was to be part of a 20 different food court, or be part of an auto mall. It used to be you made you had your car dealership in the 50s on your corner, and that was you. Well, the auto malls that the big real estate developers loved just blew the doors off of that and said, don't be afraid. You've got all these people coming here to buy cars. They've got cash in their pockets. Just let the market work for you. And
Yeah.
totally counterintuitive. I'd like to be the only guy selling anything, but
Right. If someone wanted to do this like full time, make it a daily thing, how realistic is it to find a willing gas station owner to let you just post up every day?
so now I don't know whether I had let the cat out of the bag or you just came out of this yourself.
We have the same brain.
Okay. We have in California, and I don't know if the rest of the world does this, we have these car dealership, the car washes. There's the automatic ones where you sit in your car, but there are other ones where you get out of your car, the car goes down a line, the guys, finish washing them and detailing them,
Yeah,
and
we
there's
have those
15,
here.
20, and there's 15, 20 people. It's like kind of a hand car wash.
Yep.
And I've tested those. Okay. Those do amazing. Okay.
What's amazing?
In an afternoon, 11 to 4, prime washing, $500-$600 net just for showing up.
$100 an hour.
So I was at a location and a guy came up. Turns out this guy owns 25 car washes in LA. And every Saturday and Sunday, he washes between 500 to 1,000 cars. Okay. I mean, that's
Per location or total?
at every location. Every location. Car washes. I mean, they're $5 million businesses. Okay. Between the land and but
Yeah.
it's absolutely shocking what the throughput. And again, I don't know, if it's because California is always sunny or what, but the throughput of car washes is just absolutely remarkable.
Well, I'm crunching the numbers. You get 1,000 cars, you just get 10% of them to buy a coffee.
Bingo.
You're making $500.
Bingo.
Profit.
That's my point. Again, there was an article. I mean, I've been telling this, and there, somebody. I'm going through some business magazines, and some of the best coffee is served at gas stations, and from a gas station, from a coffee cart, not inside the gas station.
Yeah. Well, there's 250,000 gas stations in America. So
Again, I haven't tested the gas station because I just try to find places that have real crowds all the time. Gas stations. I mean, yeah, it would kill it at your. I'm sorry, the brand that you love in Texas. Buc-ee's. Yeah.
Well, I mean, imagine just a Tesla supercharger, like a busy supercharging station. Oh man.
Exactly. But you see, my problem is at 66, I'm not who I was when I was 35 years old, and so I'm leaving a lot of stuff on the table. Now, I'll gladly build. I'm looking for people starting in my area who will say, "Mark, I want to do this." I'll front everything for them. I'll find them the location.
Oh, you're going to get some emails. You're going to get some emails.
Because it's just so unbeatable.
So you might not know this, but this isn't my real channel. My full channel is linked below or right here. Go check that out for full episodes.